So, Ms. Farnes, how about if you tell us a little bit about your structures and routines for writing workshop?
Okay. So when we start writing workshop every day, my kids are asked, usually it's right after center time, which does allow for some nice flow because they're cleaning up anyway, but I'll call writers to the carpet, they'll come down, I'll do my mini lesson, if it's a read aloud, something quick. I usually try to keep it between 5 minutes, maybe 10 at the max if there's a lot of reading from the mentor text that day, just to hold their attention and give them more time to write. Then we'll talk about what our goals are in writing that day, and then I'll give them time to write. They're free. It took a while to train them, but they're kind of free to work where they're comfortable as long as they are working and pick their spot quickly. But it does take a lot of practice and letting go in the beginning of the year and establishing that independence. That was something that we really did work on a lot this year too, is their writing stamina and getting them to write longer than a minute at first. It took a long time to get them to build that stamina and persevere through the writing process, but now they really do love it. I do allow my kids to talk to each other quietly as long as they're still being productive and not disruptive to the other people's learning process. Some kids prefer to work by themselves, a little more quiet. Some kids prefer to work next to their friend, kind of chit-chat back and forth about ideas. So it's kind of a more flexible and free time, and I will walk around and kind of monitor and conference with kids as they go. But it's one of their favorite times of the day because they do have a lot of independence and some choices that they can make, which they like having that time.
So I noticed when you were doing your writing workshop lessons, you relied heavily on using anchored charts.
Yes.
So maybe you could talk a little bit about that and the benefits of having those. And also I was wondering, how do kids know where they are in the writing process? Is there anything that you've done to allow them to kind of take ownership for figuring out where they are in the process?
So earlier in the year when we were doing establishing the writing workshop routines, we did have our pencil talking about the steps of the writing process. We had little clips where they would talk about if they're drafting their ideas, or they're going through the writing, if they're going through the revision and editing. We kind of baby step that through, and then as we go through, I do have that for them to use. It fell down. But they kind of move through different processes on their own. So we'll all start on the same process with our seed ideas and getting our writing started, but I have some kids that will publish and go through multiple drafts and multiple pieces. And then I have some kids that will get through one piece, just with how they work. Some kids have a lot of attention to detail. Some kids just need more time to think and do the actual writing process. Yeah. But then we'll try to go through and then all have at least one piece to revise and publish, or revise and edit at the same time.
Great.
So they can choose.
So you've been doing the writing workshop model a couple years now. So what have you found works best in the way you're set up your notebooks, or how did you have them set up this year?
For first grade, I've been using notebooks more as putting their seed ideas in for each unit, and then as a place for them to practice a skill, practice their writing, getting some ideas down, and then as we move further on, I do give them individual writing paper or booklets for all abouts that they can publish on, so when we go to revise or edit, they'll have those that they can easily bring with them to the carpet and work through multiple pieces. So they do use their writer's notebook, they have their seed ideas, some of their drafting goes on in there, but I also do choose to work outside of the notebook also and kind of have a nice balance between the two.
That's good. So what about shared writing? How is that played into your writing workshop model?
We do a lot towards the beginning if I'm showing them, and we'll talk about some ideas together. I haven't been doing too much with the kids coming up to write themselves this year with their ideas, but I'll have them help me prompt some ideas where I'll model my writing for them, or they'll help me write some ideas. One of the ones I know we did really well on was when we were doing how-tos. We had a surprise fire drill the day before, and we talked about the fire drill procedure, and then we even went back and did another personal narrative talking about our experience because it scared a lot of my kids. They weren't expecting it, so we kind of went back and visited personal narrative again, and we wrote a shared personal narrative as how we kind of felt as a class.
That's authentic learning at its best, right? That's awesome. So for any new teacher or anyone new perhaps to writing workshop, what would be your biggest ahas, tips, things for them to be thinking about if they're ready to jump in and start writing workshop?
I would have them really focus on what routines and procedures they want in place. How are they going to have the kids gather? What kind of mini lessons do they want? I know as I look through my old lessons through the units, there are some that are marked up with highlighter and notes so I can get myself organized first, because I feel like I need to have a good understanding of what I'm teaching before I'm going to teach it to my class. So there's some ones I'll look at and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to teach this, and there's other ones I'll look at in the lessons and I'm like, I need to practice this. So I'll go through and just reading the lessons that the writing teams worked on. They're very laid out and there's a lot of wording, and if I'm nervous or unsure, there's even things for the teacher to say, and sometimes I'll rely more on that and other times I won't. Also, just trying to make writing workshop a fun time of the day, not unstructured and crazy, but make it something enjoyable for the kids so they enjoy writing and it doesn't feel like a chore to them, because it should be their time that they get their ideas out and that they feel comfortable and creative.
Yeah, good. And I think one of the things that I noticed more than anything was your writing workshop literally was about 25 minutes each day that I came in here, and that quick pace, but it was very structured and there was a focus, really made sure that the kids were focused on your goal for the day.
Yeah, and you have to judge your kids too in your class day to day. Some of them are going to be ready to write for ever and ever, and some days they might have a shorter attention span and they're ready to write for 5 minutes, and the rest of your time might be wasted. So it's better to kind of regroup them, maybe do something else and get them back on track than kind of let them have their 20 minutes to write where they might not be productive.
Okay, so this is off script, but did your kids have a favorite genre to write in this year?
I was trying to think about this last night, and they loved everything, so it was hard to say. I know in the beginning, personal narrative was hard to make it a small moment for some of them. They enjoyed writing about themselves and their lives, but they had a hard time doing a small moment. When we got to All Abouts, they were absolutely crazy and in love. I had parents asking me what we were doing because they were like, my kid keeps talking all about this, and they're talking about all about this animal, and they're writing about it, and they want to go back on their Wixie and publish it. So they were really happy. And then poetry, they couldn't get enough of poetry. They never wanted that to end. And then when we got to this letter writing again, they were all about that, and they were so excited to write letters to people and then forming their opinion. They've been good at forming their opinions to each other, but not in an organized way all year. So when they got to have an organized way to do that, they had strong opinions. They were ready to do that.
Good, good. Okay. So, anything else you'd like to share?
I know for sometimes when there's a mentor text listed, I will see if a text from Reading Workshop will fit better if I don't have a lot of time in that day, or if I'm trying to split time, and I'll just see, okay, well, it wants me to use this book. I haven't checked it out, or I don't know where it is in my library yet, but we are using this. What can I use this mentor text for to help my kids? They already know the text, so it might as well use something they're familiar with. What can I use that mentor text for to help me in my writing unit? So it just kind of saves up on time, and the kids get to read the book again, which is nice too, or read at least a part of the book again.
Yeah.
So they like doing that.
Okay. So we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right. Good morning, boys and girls. So, what have we been working on in Writers Workshop for the past week or so? Miss McKenna? Yeah, we've been learning about writing friendly letters and also writing, what other kind of letters? Hayden? Well, we wrote some thank you letters. We did look at some examples of what kind of business letters might be. So we've been working on writing friendly letters and thank you letters. Today we're going to learn about another type of letter writing called opinion writing. Clayton, can you say opinion writing?
Opinion writing?
Okay, so we're going to first need to know what an opinion is before we can even write about our opinion. So, an opinion is how you feel about something. And I talked to you a little bit about opinions when we did our All About, because I said in your All Abouts you could not really include opinions. You had to use facts. So opinions are going to be how you feel about something. And in opinion letters give the reader the author's opinion and a reason why they might feel that way. So we're going to read a story today, and we're going to be looking at this little girl named Petunia's opinion and how she feels about a certain pet that she wants. So it's called A Pet for Petunia. Has anyone read this before? No. Actually, and while we are also reading this, we're going to be checking to see what her opinion is and some reasons she has that opinion. Petunia likes skunks. No, that's not exactly right. Petunia loves skunks. They have cute little noses. They have big black eyes. They're black and white, and they have stripes. Petunia tells anyone who will listen just how perfectly awesome skunks are. So this says Petunia loves skunks. Do you think that's how she feels about them?
Yes.
Yeah, so her opinion might be that she loves skunks. Raise your hand if you love skunks. Maybe a couple of us. So her opinion, she loves, and the author put that in all capitals, loves skunks. Do you remember a reason that she said she loves skunks? One of the reasons, Jamie?
They have big black eyes.
Okay, they have big black eyes. Tanner? They have stripes. Hayden? Oh, same thing as Tanner, McKenna? Yes. Let's see if that was in the text. So it says they have cute little noses, big black eyes, they're black and white, and they have stripes. Petunia tells anyone who will listen just how perfectly awesome skunks are. So skunks might be soft, but we haven't read that quite yet. Hayden?
They had big black.
Look, they have cute little noses.
Why is she
I don't know. Let's keep reading. So what does Petunia really want? A pet skunk. And she's asking her parents about that. When you're writing a letter, do you think you could ask someone for something in a letter that you might want? Yeah, you could. So we talked about letters last week and how you kind of use them to communicate a lyric. You use them to communicate with someone. You use them to talk to someone and ask them questions. So she's talking with her parents now. So this could kind of be like, not only is her opinion that she loves skunks, but what is she asking her parents? She wants one for a pet. She wants a skunk for a pet. And she's trying to tell them some reasons about that too. Is she saying she's going to take good care of it? So how does Petunia feel about skunks even after she smells one? How does she feel, Dominic?
Great.
She thinks that they are awesomely
Great.
stinky.
That's not even true. I don't want to smell one.
So, in this text, I want you to turn and talk with your elbow partner. What do you think her opinion about skunks is?
I think that
Clap. Eyes watching. Shia, what do you think her opinion about skunks is? That she really, really wants to have one, okay? What is one of the biggest reasons, a lyric, that she would want to have a pet skunk?
Because their nose is cute.
Yeah, because they have a cute little nose. Cole, can you give me another reason?
Because they have stripes.
Yeah, because they have stripes. So those are her reasons for wanting a skunk. Did her parents want her to have a skunk? No. So they have some different opinions about that. And it's okay to have different opinions as long as you can tell me a reason why. So you guys are going to be working together to think about some things that you might have an opinion about. So you're going to be thinking about things that you want, kind of like Petunia wanted a skunk, or things you would want to change. Something in your life maybe that you would want to change. Some examples might be having more recess or less homework, right? So things that you would want to change. So things you might want, like I know Xavier always tells me how bad he wants a snake. Things you might want and things you want to change. So you're going to get a big poster paper at your seat to work on. And I'm going to give you some markers. And you're just going to work, class. You're just going to work on writing your ideas together, okay? So on your bottom still. I'm going to give you about 4 minutes. Yes, you can do pictures and words. Alright, so you guys can all work at the same time. You've got plenty of space. So, you have your color writing. So what are some things that you would want or things that you would want to change? You want any materials for your art?
Yes, of course.
Okay. All right, about 1 more minute. Okay, make sure you can label him too. You have some time to write about some things that you might want and some things that you would want to change. What you're going to do now is you're going to pick one thing that you brainstormed and you're going to turn and talk to your elbow partner about why you would want that or why you would want to change it. So if you had a little bit of time to turn and talk with your partner, you had a good amount of time to brainstorm with your table. We're going to organize some of this information tomorrow onto our class chart about things that we want and things that we want to change. But for now, I am going to pick 2 people that would like to share one of their opinions, okay, and a reason why to become an artist. So that's so what about being an artist? What makes you want to change what's happening now for you to become an artist? Why do you want to become an artist? Okay, so you like drawing pictures, you like art. What about art? What do you like about it? Okay, so lyric says she likes art. She wants to become an artist. So her opinion is that she likes and she enjoys art and she wants to become an artist. Very, very nice. All right. So today we learned about what? Clayton, what did we learn about today? Opinions. So we learned about opinion ratings. We're going to work on forming our opinions this week and working on putting it into a letter. Turn and talk and tell your partner one more time your opinion that you would like to write about. You did a wonderful job with this today. We're going to work on some of these tomorrow, so we're going to save our posters for our lesson tomorrow. All right, who can tell me what exciting type of letter writing we were learning about in Writer's Workshop yesterday? Xavier?
We writing about what you want because.
Okay, so what we want because, what is that called, Gabrielle?
Opinion writing.
Opinion writing. So we were working on forming our opinions. An opinion is, everyone looking? Okay? An opinion is how you feel about something. Okay? So an opinion letter gives the reader the author's opinion and a reason why. So when Xavier said because, that would be for our reason. We worked really hard brainstorming our ideas of things that we would want or things that we would want to change. So I'm going to put our ideas back on the smartboard that you all came up with yesterday. So while I'm hanging these up, try to think about what your idea might have been. What was your opinion that you maybe felt strongly about? Okay? Turn and talk to your elbow partner and tell them what one of your opinions was yesterday. Matthew, join in and see what your partner can tell you.
I think more.
All right, clap, clap.
Yes.
Clap, clap, clap.
Yes.
Eyes watching. Eyes watching. Turn your body. Right back. All right, so we talked about things we want and things we want to change. So we are going to add some of those to our class list today. So Colt, what would you like to share first? What is something that maybe we want or something we want to change? We can navigate that to things we want to change. So more time at school. Okay, Tanner? Okay, you want Pokemon. Amaya? A cat. We have a good little list here, and I know we have a lot more up on the board as well. So let's go. Things that we might want. Eyes watching, we have skunk, bird, Pokemon, cat, bunny, turtle, cobra, car, deer, crab. Things we want to change. Maybe we want more time at school, extra recess, extra resource, less homework, no school, or maybe to join a gymnastics class or some kind of other class. So your job, yes, Clayton?
More toys?
Okay, we can add more toys to that list too, but we have some of our ideas up here. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to make a little lesson seed idea. So you're going to have things that you want or want to change, and we're going to add it to our writer's notebook today. Okay, so where's this going to be added? Writer's notebook. Yes, you want or want to change. There's plenty of space to draw pictures and label if you need to. If not, make your list with words. Ready? Thank you. All right. Ready? Next blank page. Okay, look at me. Look at me. Pick up your paper like you normally would. Okay. Open to your next blank page. We're working on things we want or things we want to change. Move it down. Class?
Yes.
Maya asked a great question. You are just making a list right now. I do not want you to color your pictures. Right now it's just pencil and paper. All right, I want you to take 1 minute to share your ideas at your table to see if you can come up with something else to add to yours. All right, 1 minute at your table.
I know. Okay, writing. I want a dog, I want a Okay, this is my child. Okay, so a cobra and I would more okay, so yeah, there are G, K, and E.
Writer's notebooks and a pencil. So tell me what we're bringing. Writer's notebook and a pencil. Keep it open to this page, okay? Girls may quietly join me on the carpet. Brooklyn? Maya? Okay? Boys may quietly join us. Okay, carpet in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We are going to share our list with our elbow partner on the carpet. And you are going to choose your top opinion. So which one would you want to choose if we were going to write a letter about it? So share with your elbow partner and then pick which one you would like to write about. Eyes facing forward. Okay, so let's remind you, an opinion is how you feel about something. And you have to have a reason why you feel that way. I've heard some opinions that might be hurting other people's feelings, so try to make sure that you are being kind with your opinions. Right? It's okay if you have different opinions than your friends, but you have to explain it why, and you do have to explain it in a nice way. Okay? So now that you maybe have chosen your opinion, can you think of at least one reason in your head why you think that, why you want that, why you would want to change that. Think in your head, you have at least one reason. If you do, give me a thumb on your chest. Your pencil and circle your opinion that you would like to write about for me. Circle which one.
I forgot my pencil.
But Clayton, quietly walk back and grab it. Okay, circle your opinion that you would choose, Amaya. Circle which one you want to write about. One time. Okay? Clap, clap.
Yes.
All right, so, opinion circle, pencil down, eyes watching. So we've chosen our opinion, correct? Eyes watching. And now we're going to talk about how we can write about this opinion. So we have our ideas, and now we're going to talk about writing this opinion letter. So, we had to pick a topic. Did you just circle a topic?
Yes.
Yes, that's going to be your topic. Then we have a sentence stem that says, I want blank to blank. I want who, it's going to be who you're writing to do something. So, yesterday we read an awesome story. What was it? A pet for Petunia. What was the whole topic about? It was all about Xavier? It was about skunks and a little girl named
Petunia.
who really wanted a skunk for a pet. So, if we were Petunia writing a letter, thank you, we would have our topic, which is a skunk. She wants a skunk. Okay? And I want blank to blank. So, who and what? I have my mom and dad, and let me get a skunk. So which one is going to go where? Hayden, what do you think?
Mom and Dad. It's going to go on.
Okay, mom and dad are going to be our who. They are both people, so that's who we are writing to. That's our audience. Can you say audience? Audience. What's an audience? Who's going to read it? Who's going to read it? And it's going to be to what? Let me get a pet skunk. So right now we have our topic, skunks. I want my mom and dad to let me get a pet skunk. And then she would have to list her reasons. Did she have reasons in the story yesterday?
Yes.
She sure did, and we got to write down some of those reasons. Right here. Okay? So in a pet for Petunia, she had some reasons. She loves skunks. She wants one for her pet because they had big black eyes, stripes, cute little noses. They were awesomely stinky, and she said she'll take good care of it. So you're going to be working on writing your reasons tomorrow, and we'll talk more about those tomorrow. What I want you to do is to think of your reason now, maybe what you would write, and maybe who you would write to. Who would this letter would be? Who would your letter be to? Okay? So to talk with your elbow partner. So tell us your opinion. What is it? Which one? What is your want or something you want to change? What did you circle on your list? Okay, so you want Christian to live with you. Who would you have to write that letter to convince them to make that happen? You would have to write to Christian's mom, okay. And what would your reason be? Why would you want Christian to live with you? So you can play Minecraft together, okay. So that might be your reason. So he would write a letter to Christian's mommy, asking Christian to come live with him so they can play Minecraft together. We're going to continue working on this part tomorrow, and we'll get a really good idea of who we're going to write to, what we're going to write about, and why. All right? So, may I have... Towards the end of Writer's Workshop, we were talking about our opinions, but we were also talking about who we might want to write our letters to. Because you might have your opinion, but you have to be able to convince someone of what you want or what you want to change. Thumbs up if you remember your opinion that you chose to write about yesterday. Bless you. Thumbs up if you remember your opinion that you chose to write about yesterday. Okay, turn and talk with your elbow partner. What was your opinion you chose to write about? Yours was yesterday? No, when you wrote. Did you say you wanted to? Okay, what was it? You wanted a what? Oh, okay, so that's your opinion. Okay. All right, class? Class? Eyes on me. Turn your body. All right, so a lot of you remember your opinion that you wanted to write about yesterday. Now think about your audience. So your audience is who is going to be reading your letter. Now think about who would want to read it. So in a pet for Petunia, we said the topic was she wanted a skunk for a pet. So who was her audience? Her mom and dad, because that's who she had to ask for a skunk. She didn't need to ask me. Petunia doesn't even know who I am. She's a make-believe character. But in this, her audience is her mom and dad, and she wants them to let her get a pet skunk. So think about your opinion, and think about who your audience might be. Think about something that you would want to write to now. Jamie, what was your opinion you wanted to write about? A pet bunny. So who are you going to write your letter to?
My mom and my dad.
Okay, to your mom and your dad. What my opinion is. So we had some of Petunia's yesterday. We're going to save hers down here. But Ms. Bernice is also going to be working on writing a letter too. So my topic I really was thinking about are chickens as pets. And I really don't want one myself because I don't know how to take care of them. But my mom and dad do, and they used to have them. So I want my mom and dad to get chickens. So that's who my audience is. It's who my mom and dad. And my opinion is that I want them to get a chicken or more than one chicken. We'll talk about some of those reasons later today. But what we're going to do first is you're going to write your opinion in our graphic organizer. First, you're going to start with your topic. So my topic would be chicken for pets. Okay? And then I want blank to blank. What's going to go in my first blank? My audience. Your audience is who are you writing the letter to? Who is my audience? My mom and dad. And what do I want them to do, Cole? What do I want them to do? To what? To get, not to get me chickens, but to keep chickens at their house. Because I'm not very good at taking care of chickens. To get chickens. So that's just the top part of my graphic organizer that I'm going to fill out. So let's read it. I want my mom and dad to get chickens. Everybody together, ready? I want my mom and dad to get chickens. Now think about your topic and your audience. You're going to say, I want who your audience is. So tell me who it is. So I want. Now tell me who you're writing to. Okay. All right. Turn and talk with your elbow partner. Say, I want blank to blank. Fill it in. I want my All right. Class. Wrap it up. Eyes on me. All right. Yesterday, with our little brainstorming piece we did, we also glued our little organizer in. Do you remember we glued the part at the top that has the green dot next to it?
Yes.
Okay, mine has a green dot next to it. We're only filling in that part today. So what you just orally told your partner, you're going to be writing down. So your topic goes at the top. I want blank to blank. So we're just filling in what part? The part with the green dot. Okay, great Lamborghini. And then who are you going to have to convince you to let you get one is your audience.
Okay, so this is going to be your who here. So who are you writing to?
Josh's girlfriend.
Okay, so what's his girlfriend's name?
Jessica.
Okay, so right here you're going to write Jessica.
This first blank is your audience, your who. So this is who you are writing to. And this is your what. Make sure you're writing your audience in the first blank. Okay, so Atlee and then so right. I want Atlee to.
Maya, can you read yours?
Hard to get a pet skunk. Good. All right, about
To
1 more minute to
be
finish
in
your
gymnastics.
spot.
I want my mom and dad to put me in gymnastics.
3, 2, 1, and 0. So we filled in our top part. So we are almost ready to start writing our piece. So our topic is filled out. Our audience, I want who to do what. So you have that part filled in. Our next part of our graphic organizer is a reason. So when we read Pet for Petunia, we talked about one reason or a couple reasons she wanted to get a skunk. So let's look back at her reasons. Okay? Christian, tell me one of the reasons she wanted to get a pet skunk. Because it had big black eyes. Colt, what's another reason she wanted to get a skunk? Because it had stripes. Matthew, what's another reason she wanted to get a skunk?
She will take good care of it.
Because she said she will take good care of it. And McKenna, what else? It has a cute little nose. So those are some reasons that she wants to convince her parents to let her get a skunk. Think about your opinion that you just wrote. And think about one reason why. Why do you think that you should get what you want or something should change? So what is one reason? Okay? One reason why. So my topic is chickens for pets. I want my mom and dad to get chickens. One reason why is to get a lot of eggs. So that is my reason. I want my mom and dad to get chickens so I can have the eggs. The chickens make lots of eggs. I want you to think about your reason. Turn and talk with your elbow partner about one reason you might want. What's your reason? Blank. Whatever you just turn and talk with your elbow partner about is what you are going to write on there. Okay, so let's have green table and purple head back. Red and blue. No, that's just extra space in case you needed extra lines. All right, so with our yellow dot, one reason why is. One reason why. Write your reason. About 1 more minute. Take good care of it. All right, class?
Yes.
All right, at your table, share with the person across from you your reason. We work on. We talked about our opinion, who we had talked about our audience. We identified who we're going to write to. We know what we're going to write to them about, and we talked about one reason why. This is really exciting because now we have most of our organizer fill out, so we can start our letter writing tomorrow. So we have most of what we need, but we're going to look at the next part tomorrow. So what I want today, so I'm going to have 2 people stand and share, and they're going to read it like it would be in a letter. So we would say, I want my mom and dad to get chickens. One reason why is to get a lot of eggs. So I could fix that up too if I want to change it a little. So you are going to have 2 people to stand and share theirs, and they're going to go through and read it. So let's see. Jamie, would you like to stand and share? Okay, nice and loud.
I want my mom and dad to get me a bunny. One reason why is I think they have cute, fluffy cottontails.
Do they have their topic?
Yes.
Do they have their audience?
Yes.
Do they have a reason?
Yes.
Yes. So they'll be ready to write their letters tomorrow because they have their different parts. So we're going to review some letter writing tomorrow, and then we're going to talk about our last little piece that we're going to need to close out the body of our letter. Okay? So you guys did a really, really nice job with these. We're going to continue on these tomorrow, and I can't wait to see how they turn out. All right, very nice. This is the part we haven't filled out yet. It's the closing out the bottom. And remember, you have 2 options. I think or I know. For Petunia's graphic organizer, I did I know. So what could we do to end this? Let's read what we have. I want Mom and Dad to, let her, but we're writing for Petunia, this would be let me get a skunk for a pet. One reason why is skunks have cute little noses, and I know what? How could she end this letter to really convince her parents to let her get a pet skunk? Jamie, how could she end it?
I know skunks are
Okay, well, what does she think skunks would make a good pet? So we could just simply say, I know a skunk would make a great what? Pet. There we go. So do we have our closing now? Okay, so there's my closing. I'm just saying I think you should get chickens because they would lay a lot of eggs. So that's my reason. So my opinion, I want my mom and dad to get chickens because they lay a lot of eggs and I would like the eggs. I think they should get them because they lay a lot of eggs. So your job now is to add to your graphic organizer. So we're going to add to the end. Think about a good closing that you could have at the end of yours. Turn and talk with your writing partner. Now is the part that we've been waiting for. We are finally going to get ready to write our letter. We have our graphic organizer complete. We're going to use Petunia's graphic organizer and help write a letter that would be from her to her parents. So let's go over everything again. We have topic is skunk for a pet. I want who? To
get her a pet.
let her get a skunk for a pet. One reason why is skunks have cute little noses. I know a skunk would make a great pet. It can be that simple. If you had a hard time writing something after because down here, you don't have to, okay? You can just do your final. I think a skunk would make a great pet. So we're going to write a letter now. A letter. Remember, what is the tricky part about writing letters sometimes?
The format.
The format. That's the tricky part. Okay, so date. We have to start with our date at the top. Today is May, uppercase M, May 17th, 2018. What goes after my 17, Colt? Comma, 2018. Then I have my greeting. Who is my audience?
Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad. Am I just going to say Mom and Dad?
No.
Do I need to have some kind of greeting?
Yes.
Dear. I can do dear. So dear
Dear
Mom and Dad. Okay, now it's my body. This is where I can tell them my opinion. So we're going to use this organizer. Watch how I use this to help me write. I'm going to start with what I want. Ready? So I'm going to do my little indentation. So I want So I'm not going to write I want Mom and Dad. That's my audience. I want you, we're writing to them, to let me get a skunk for a... I got a good first sentence?
Yes.
Okay, now I have to tell why. One reason why is that skunks have cute little noses. And I end it with my closing. I know a skunk would make a great pet.
All right, come on, buddy, do it. Move on. I am looking for children that are ready. They have their read and respond out.
A great pet. Okay, let's read it. May 17th, 2018. Dear Mom and Dad, I want you to let me get a skunk for a pet. One reason why is that skunks have cute little noses. I know a skunk would make a great pet. Petunia. What am I missing?
Love.
I could do love Petunia. I could do something else too, because this is an opinion letter. More seriously, so we could do love Petunia, or we could do from. We could do sincerely. So I think I'm going to choose sincerely. I want them to make sure they're taking Petunia seriously when they're reading this. So we have our letter. Do we have the date? Do we have a greeting?
Yes.
Do we have our body?
Yes.
And do we have our closing?
Yes.
Okay, in our opinion, in our writing, do we have our opinion?
Yes.
A reason?
Yes.
And a closing?
Yes.
Right, it's only 3 sentences, but that's great. Can yours be more than 3 sentences?
Yes.
Of course. Can you have more than one reason?
Yes.
Yes, but you do have to have at least one. Okay. Your job, writers, now. I have paper inside of your baskets for letter writing. You're going to start writing your letter. Now, don't forget, we have our date at the top, greeting, body, and then we have our little closing at the bottom. So, let's have blue and purple, red and green. You're going to use that graphic organizer to help you expand and write